Thinking is the hardest work there is, which is probably the reason why so few engage in it. These words, spoken by a captain of industry, resonate deeply in our age of instant gratification and echo chambers. Ford, a man who revolutionized manufacturing, understood a fundamental truth. Real progress, both personal and societal, hinges on our capacity to think critically. This isn't merely about processing information, it's about questioning, analyzing, and forging your own path. It's about resisting the lure of the easy answer, the comfortable narrative, and instead diving deep into the sea of possibilities. It's about engaging with the world with a critical yet open mind. Thinking, true thinking, holds immense power. It has the potential to shatter long-held beliefs, to ignite revolutions, to birth groundbreaking inventions. Every leap forward in human history, every monument to our ingenuity, began with a thought that dared to question, to imagine, to break free from the shackles of conformity. Consider the wheel, a deceptively simple invention with profound implications. It didn't spring from following the norm but from a spark of ingenuity, a daring to envision a better way. This act of creation, of daring to think differently, is what distinguishes us, elevates us, and empowers us to shape our world. History is replete with individuals who dared to think differently, who challenged the status quo and illuminated the world with their insights. Galileo Galilei, facing persecution, dared to challenge the geocentric model of the universe, paving the way for modern astronomy. Marie Curie, with unwavering dedication, unraveled the mysteries of radioactivity, forever changing the landscape of science. These pioneers, these beacons of critical thought, did not achieve greatness by accepting the world as it was presented to them. They questioned, they explored, they experimented, and in doing so, they pushed the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. If thinking is so potent, why then, as Ford astutely observed, do so few engage in it? The act of thinking, truly thinking, requires a level of mental exertion that many find daunting. It demands that we confront our own biases, challenge our preconceived notions, and wrestle with complex ideas that may not have easy answers. The answer lies in the allure of comfort, in the seductive ease of conformity. It's far easier to relax into the familiar rhythms of daily life, to engage in lighthearted conversations, or to lose ourselves in the endless scroll of social media. These activities provide a sense of immediate gratification, a quick escape from the demands of deeper thought. It's far simpler to accept the prevailing narratives, to follow the well-trodden paths, to blend into the crowd. In a world that moves at a relentless pace where information is constantly bombarding us, taking the time to think critically can feel like a luxury we can't afford. We find solace in the collective, in the shared experiences of those around us, and in the comfort of not having to stand out. Critical thinking demands effort, introspection, and a willingness to stand apart, even when it's uncomfortable. It requires us to pause, to reflect, and to question the status quo. This process can be isolating, as it often means going against the grain, challenging popular opinions, and risking social alienation. Yet it is through this very discomfort that growth and innovation are born. It's tempting to outsource our thinking to others, to let the algorithms dictate our opinions, to let the news cycle shape our worldview. In an age where information is curated and tailored to our preferences, it's easy to fall into the trap of echo chambers, where our beliefs are constantly reinforced and rarely challenged. This passive consumption of information can lead to a superficial understanding of complex issues. But in doing so, we relinquish our autonomy, our ability to think for ourselves, to carve our own paths. True autonomy comes from the courage to explore uncharted territories, to seek out diverse perspectives, and to engage in meaningful self-reflection. It is in these moments of solitude and introspection that we discover our true selves and our unique voices. We become passive consumers of information rather than active architects of our own destinies. To reclaim our role as active participants in our own lives, we must embrace the discomfort of critical thinking, the challenge of questioning, and the joy of discovering new insights. Only then can we truly shape our own destinies and contribute meaningfully to the world around us. Section 5. The road less traveled. Choosing to think critically is to embark on a journey less traveled, a journey that demands courage, resilience, and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. It's a path fraught with challenges, with moments of doubt and uncertainty. But the rewards, the intellectual growth, the clarity of thought, the ability to navigate the complexities of our world with discernment, make it a journey well worth taking. It's about asking why, even when the answers seem self-evident. It's about considering different perspectives, even those we find disagreeable. It's about embracing nuance, acknowledging that the world rarely conforms to simplistic binaries. Section 6. Shaping your reality. In this section, we delve into the profound impact of critical thinking on our lives. The true beauty of critical thinking lies in its power to empower us, to transform our perspectives, and to open up new possibilities. It makes us active participants in shaping our own realities rather than passive observers. By engaging in critical thinking, we take control of our narratives. It equips us with the tools to discern truth from falsehood, to question the status quo, and to seek out evidence-based conclusions. In a world where information bombards us daily, critical thinking helps us navigate this deluge. It allows us to filter out noise and focus on what truly matters. It allows us to form our own opinions, grounded in reason and evidence rather than being swayed by the latest trends or popular opinions. It gives us the strength to stand firm in our convictions, to defend our beliefs with confidence, and to engage in meaningful dialogue and debate. Through critical thinking, we learn to appreciate diverse perspectives, to listen actively, and to communicate our ideas effectively. When we cultivate this ability, we become more mindful of our thoughts and actions. We start to reflect on our experiences and learn from them. We cease to be passive recipients of information. Instead, we become active curators of our knowledge, choosing what to accept and what to discard. We become critical consumers, discerning thinkers, and active citizens. This transformation empowers us to make informed decisions in every aspect of our lives. We empower ourselves to shape our own destinies, to set and achieve our goals, and to pursue our dreams with determination. By thinking critically, we contribute meaningfully to our communities, offering solutions and insights that can drive positive change. Ultimately, we leave our mark on the world, creating a legacy of thoughtful action and purposeful living. Critical thinking is not just a skill, it's a way of life. Section 7. Leaders and Trailblazers. Throughout history, the individuals who have driven progress, who have ignited revolutions, who have left an indelible mark on the world, have all shared a common trait: the ability to think critically. These individuals, whether they were leading nations, pioneering scientific breakthroughs, or advocating for social change, possessed a unique vision. They saw the world not just as it was, but as it could be. Their critical thinking allowed them to identify problems and, more importantly, to devise innovative solutions. They were not content with the status quo. They were driven by a desire to make things better, to push boundaries, and to explore new possibilities. These leaders, these trailblazers, refused to be bound by the limitations of the status quo. They broke barriers, both literal and metaphorical, and inspired others to do the same. Their speeches, their writings, and their actions resonated with people across the globe, sparking movements and driving change. They understood that true progress requires not just bold ideas, but also the courage to act on them. They were willing to take risks, to face opposition, and to persevere in the face of adversity. They questioned, they challenged, they envisioned a different future, and then they dared to make it a reality. Their ability to think outside the box, to challenge conventional wisdom, and to envision a better world set them apart. They were not afraid to ask difficult questions or to challenge deeply held beliefs. They understood that progress often requires challenging the status quo, and that true innovation comes from a willingness to think differently. Critical thinking isn't just a skill, it's a responsibility. It's about using our intellect to better ourselves, our communities, and our world. It's about recognizing that we all have the power to make a difference, to drive change, and to create a better future. It's about understanding that our thoughts and actions have consequences, and that we have a responsibility to use our abilities for the greater good. It's about using our intellect to better ourselves, our communities, and our world. It's about recognizing that we all have the power to make a difference, to drive change, and to create a better future. It's about understanding that our thoughts and actions have consequences, and that we have a responsibility to use our abilities for the greater good. It's about embracing the power of thought to drive progress, to solve problems, and to create a brighter future. It's about recognizing that every great achievement starts with a single thought, a single idea, and that by nurturing our ability to think critically, we can achieve incredible things. Whether in science, technology, education, or social justice, the power of critical thinking is the key to unlocking our potential and creating a better world for future generations. Section 8. A universe within. Each of us carries within us the capacity for great thought, a universe waiting to be explored. We are capable of extraordinary things when we harness the power of our minds, when we dare to question, to imagine, to create. The world needs your unique perspective, your critical eye, your willingness to think differently. Don't be afraid to question, to challenge, to explore the uncharted territories of your own mind. Embrace the discomfort of dissenting opinions, the thrill of intellectual discovery, the satisfaction of arriving at your own conclusions. Section 9. Dare to think. In a world saturated with information, with opinions readily served up on demand, the ability to think critically is more crucial than ever. It's time to reclaim the power of our own minds, to engage in the hard work of thinking, to be active architects of our own destinies. Dare to think differently, dare to question, dare to explore. The future belongs to those who do.